The coward that attacked the twins, the sisters, has turned himself into the police.
A bastard that killed my sister.
BBN Jack Frost. What up, party people? So yeah. So apparently, the coward that decided to take a kitchen knife to women, to young girls, has been arrested. He turned himself in. He called in with his lawyer. Okay. So he called in with his lawyer. Got a lawyer. There's a reason why I'm saying this. So be mindful. And then they organized, I guess, for him to turn himself into the 78th precinct. That's the precinct that was in the area that this happened at. This happened in Park Slope. It happened at the Slope Natural Plus on 4th Avenue. That's where this happened at. So basically what had happened was the girls had been at a party. So they came home from the party or whatever. On their way home, they stopped off at a 24-hour store, I'm assuming, because this happened at about 2:30 a.m. in the morning, about 2:30 in the morning. So they stopped at the store. They went there to go get some sandwiches and some beef patties, they said. And that's when the coward tried to get their numbers. It didn't turn out well for him, apparently. And he got angry. There is an actual attack that happens inside the store. Just so we could be clear. There's an actual attack that happens inside the store. Also, something I found that was interesting is he was heard calling their names like he knew them. So I don't know if he knew them or not. I don't know what the situation was. The one that isn't with us anymore, her name was Samaya Spain. Her sister, Sanaya Spain, she also was attacked with the weapon outside. I get to that in 2 seconds. So apparently, just so we could be clear, the man was kicked out of the bodega at that point. He didn't, I guess, I don't know if he hid, but he waited around for whatever the reason was. He waited for them to come outside, and when they came outside, he then attacked them. Again, with a knife that I don't know where he was holding it at. I know one thing. I know where he's gonna go, so I know where he holds his knives now. In any regard, he pulls the knife out, and he hits her in the chest and in the neck with a kitchen knife. The other sister was cut on the arm. I think that we have a real problem when we have so many boys out here that don't see girls as females. I think we have a real problem that there's so many boys out here that are considering females, girls, their physical equal. I couldn't imagine throwing a punch at a female as hard as I would throw a punch at a male. Nevertheless, using any kind of weapon, maybe a pillow, a balled up sock, I think there's a lot of damage being done to our youth because of the internet. I think screen time needs to be considered something that is important to cut down on. I think many of our kids don't live in reality. They don't believe in consequences. They legitimately think that they have the right to do whatever they want to do without fear of any reprisal, because reprisal is something that won't happen for them. And I think that's how the children now are coming up to believe. And that's dangerous. In any regard, the coward in this case is, I think you say his name V.O. It's V-E-O. That's how it's spelled over here. I didn't know if it was supposed to be like he's the CEO, but he's the V.E.O. So I don't know what that's about. But the surname is Kelly. He's 20 years old. I don't know. Maybe this was destined for him to do something stupid. I don't know what to tell you. That's terrible in any regard. Sorry about that, y'all. I wasn't trying to make a joke. In any regard, Friday, the 22nd, that's when he turned himself in. Like I said, Park Slope is where this had happened at. The girl was hit in her neck and in her chest, which is absolutely insane. The other sister got cut also, but she survived. The police did not get the weapon. The weapon has not been recovered by the police. Don't expect for the police to recover the weapon. The police have obtained video of the initial attack, the one that happened inside the store, but not the one where the stabbing has happened. I haven't heard any word of them having that yet. I don't know if that even exists. It might not even exist. Who knows, right? I do have this much to say, and this is not a knock on anyone. But don't be surprised when you find out that this young man has a bevy of, no disrespect, but I can't see there being a man in his household I can't see that being as that he thought it was acceptable to wield a weapon against a woman who had no weapon on top of that, and who was obviously, weapon or not weapon, defenseless against first of all, the young girls was 19 years old, he was 20. He comes across, and this is just me talking, I don't know, as a boy who might have been abused by a woman. A lot of our young boys out here is aggressive towards these females because they have a complex. I don't want to go too far in this because I don't want to blame anyone. We as a community have to figure out how to reach these children. We as a community. The men in the community, if possible, the ones with some sense about them, need to reach out just a little bit of tutelage. Because I promise you, kids, they're craving for information. They're craving for something along the line that they can be great at. Every kid wants to be great at something. Give them something to be great at. Give them something to shoot for, not shoot at. Give them something to want to achieve. Something that makes them believe in themselves. Something that makes them think that their freedom is too important to just be given away. Something that makes them see other people have importance about themselves also, whether they see it or not. Give your child purpose. When these children have no purpose, this is what they do. They grow into young adults with no direction. In any regard, this video is already too long. I'm going to apologize about being so long-winded. The young man is now in jail. I can't possibly see what any defense he can give is. I'm going to assume he's going to just plead guilty and throw mercy at the court. And the court is going to put him in jail for the rest of his life, independent of whether he decides to plead guilty or not. He cannot win a trial. That's impossible. Okay, that's not gonna happen. That's why he gave himself up, with the hope of one day maybe being free again. So don't expect for there to be a trial. They literally shouldn't be. In any regard, young lady lost her life. A twin lost her other side. I've known twins in my life. First twins I've ever met was Keith and Kenneth. Salute Keith and Kenneth. I went to elementary school with these guys. Twins got bonds. They were literally in the womb together. We got to do something about all of this emotionalness. We got to do something about these young boys not being more masculine. Stop making masculine a bad thing. If he was more masculine, he wouldn't have did what he did. The problem is they're too feminine. That's the actual problem. This stuff that y'all calling toxic masculinity, most of the time it's not masculinity. It's femininity. This dude was too feminine. I remember back in the days when a shorty, like, you shoot your shot at shorty and she has something funny to say, everybody just laugh it off and keep it pushing. Hell, I myself have scooped shorties, got numbers. After I shot my shot, she shot me down, and then we made jokes. And then the next thing you know, me and my dudes is hanging out with her chicks. You know what I'm saying? Her people. That's done happened. I don't got a cap, fam. People done came on it. Anyway, that's regardless of that. Point being is this. Dudes are too feminine now. Y'all still attacking masculinity anytime a guy do something that y'all don't like. But in reality, half of the things that these dudes is doing that y'all don't like is feminine. It's femininity. These dudes is fighting women. I don't understand. Okay, I don't get it. She didn't give you a number, so what? You know how many numbers I didn't get today? Well, I didn't try to get any. But you know how many I also didn't get? Any. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make jokes. But when I was young and you tried to holler at a female and she wasn't receptive, y'all probably shoot the dozens for a minute or two. This is New York. I don't know what y'all was doing in other states. That's one of the reasons why a lot of our females are what y'all call aggressive. They are kind of aggressive, right? But that's one of the reasons why. Because they come from that lineage. The problem is the dudes became too feminine. So now when Shorty just saying some weirdo shit that you should have a real quick comeback for, because now I'm shooting at you too. Now they want to really shoot at them. That's feminine. Stop this war on masculinity. Men should be masculine. Females should be feminine. If you don't want to be whatever, I don't care. But men should have the right to be masculine, and females should have the right to be feminine. And females can't be feminine if the nigga being feminine. So women got it bad. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to tell jokes. I'm just saying what it is. Anyway, in any regard, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers, let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.
How dare you? The suspect, now identified as Vio Kelly, turned himself in this morning. Samaya did not survive.